Good morning, students, and welcome for English lecture. Here we are learning lesson number 1.8, Voyaging Towards Excellence. In the last lecture, we have started with this lesson. We discussed about writer's introduction. After that, we have seen first part of the lesson. Voyaging Towards Excellence, it is an autobiography of Achyut Godbole, the person who is from Solapur, and afterwards he got shifted to Mumbai. He is a chemical engineer. He contributed himself in literature also, especially in Marathi literature. His Marathi books are very famous like Musafir and Manath. So here he is talking about his journey towards excellence, towards his achievement. In the beginning of the lesson, we have seen that writer he had a very simple upbringing life when he was young, because he didn't have simple things like refrigerator, gas stove, geysers, AC, car, but he loved literature, arts and music, because the great personality from this field used to come to his house. They used to had conversation for a longer time, and he always used to listen to this great personality. After that, we discussed that he was very good in maths also, because he loved to learn those subjects beyond limitation. His aim was not only scoring good marks in these subjects, but to enjoy the beauty of these subjects. When he gave JEE examination, that time he got good score in that, and he got admission for engineering in Mumbai. So when he entered in Mumbai, so that time he felt little bit uncomfortable, because he had not seen skyscrapers, and he was not well known to that circumstances, to that social life of Mumbai's people. The people, they used to talk in English, and his English was very pathetic, was very weak, and he felt that he should run away from IIT and even Mumbai. Okay, now next to that, we are on page number 18 and second passage. So one day I was sitting at my mess table in the hostel sipping tea, when a senior guy came and sat on the chair adjacent to me. He was a convent educated guy with fairly sophisticated English, at least spoken or colloquial English. He was a bit arrogant and wanted to pull my leg. Okay, now here one incident writer he is just sharing with us. So when he was there in IIT, that time we know that this happens in college life. The senior student always they come to junior one, and they do ragging of that student. Okay, because they like to tease that student, they like to just pull their legs. So this thing it happened with writer also when he was there in Mumbai for IIT course. So that time one of his senior came to him, he sat with him. That time the writer he was sipping his tea, and that senior student, he was the convent student, means obviously his English was very good and sophisticated means smart and polished, very clear, and pronunciations are very clear and stylish. So now he was a little bit arrogant. That person was arrogant to him, and he wanted to pull his leg down. Pull somebody's leg down means to want to tease that person. So he tried to engage in some conversation with me and started pointing out errors in just about every sentence or everything that I said. After about 5 minutes, he walked away after insulting me. So what was his aim? Just insulting writer. So when he sat with the writer, so that time he started to talk with him, and he was pointing out his mistakes when the writer he was trying to converse with him in English language. So that time the senior, he started pointing out his errors in every sentence, and he insulted writer, and he went away after insulting. Next paragraph. I felt extremely humiliated. Humiliated means upset, nervous, and upset. As it is, I was feeling quite depressed and diffident. Diffident means lack of confidence. And this incident was the last straw. I was almost broken. I felt out of place there and literally wanted to run away to Solapur that very moment. However, it was only my self esteem which stopped me. Suddenly, a feeling of determination and strength came over me and gripped me. Despite hailing from Solapur, if I could be a rank holder in the school, college, and IIT with many awards in mathematics, there must be something right with me. Why should I give up? And that too for a silly and small things like English. I was not to give up anymore, and I was determined to fight back. See, so this passage is very important, students. Okay, so in this passage the writer his change of his mind, change of his view, we come to know that so when that senior student insulted him, so that time writer felt very nervous, he felt disappointed, he felt depressed, and at that point he felt that I should go back to my place, go back to Solapur. And that time he felt lacking confidence, but that was the last moment, that was the last straw, last moment for him, and almost he was broken. He felt that he should run away from this place and he should move to Solapur, but after that something stopped him, and that was his self esteem. Okay, self respect. So that time he felt that why I am thinking like this, because I could not speak in English, because of this thing only. I am a good student, I got good score in math subject, I am almost topper in every examination, in state board, in JEE examination, and I'm thinking to run away from this situation, and because of that silly person, because of the thing that only I could not speak fluent English. So why should I give up? And that time he felt that why should I give up, I'm a good student, something there, it is there in within me, means we should trust ourselves that something it is there in me, some plus points are there, and I could utilize my those plus point, because everybody is combination of plus and minus. Okay, so if we decide that nothing is impossible, so that time he felt that am I a silly person for these small things like English, I'm just thinking to leave this place, and I was determined to fight back, and that moment he decided to fight back with this situation. Okay, next page, moving to the next page. As I climbed the stairs of my hostel room, my plan was ready. In my mind, normally most of us who are educated in vernacular languages such as Marathi thinks in Marathi before speaking in English, translate it in English, and then somehow try to speak out this translated English sentences in an extremely awkward fashion. Okay, this is the right thing which writer he has told us, that when he was climbing his stair up, so that time only his plan was ready in his mind, that what he have to do for his better English. So that time normally what we do, we are from the Marathi medium, so normally what the student they do when they want to talk in English, so just they frame Marathi sentences first and then just translate that Marathi sentence into English. Okay, and this awkward thing we do, so first thing is that we have to stop this thing. Okay, we should not go like that, we should not speak like that. Who are educated in vernacular means native language, so his native language was Marathi language, right? So he used to frame the sentence in Marathi, and then he used to translate that sentence into English, and then try to conversate with the people. So I had decided that I would do nothing of this sort. I wanted to achieve excellence. Thus, urge to excel in anything that you try to do has been with me since the childhood. Whether I would succeed in this or not, I always set my aims high. In this case too, I wanted to speak excellent, elegant and fluent English. So that time the plan was ready, everything it was ready. Now only the thing was to work on it. Okay, so he decided that I am going to try my best. I am going to give my 100%. I wanted to achieve excellence, and for that for that thing he started to work on. And he thought that whatever, I'll get success in that or not, but I am going to do this. At least I should try my best. Okay, and he decided I wanted to speak excellent, fluent, sophisticated English where I could survive myself in this people. The first thing I did was to start reading English newspapers and English novels. I studied etymology and phonetics and studied the roots of the words and how to pronounce them. I used to stand in front of the mirror and practice speaking, realizing my mistakes and correcting them myself all the time, and and improvising and improving day by day. Okay, so what he did that time, now he wanted better English. He wanted to speak good English, excellence English, elegant English. So that why first he started to read newspaper, because that is the greatest source for English literature, for English language. If you want to improve your English, so first you should read English newspaper, then you can watch English movies, you can read English novels, English literature. And he studied etymology. Now what is etymology? Etymology, it's like where we get the basic word of that word, means root word we can say root word. Okay, so first understand the meaning or the find the root word of that word. And phonetics means phonics means how to pronounce that words. We learn this from our childhood only. Nowadays in convent or in English medium, the teacher teach student how to pronounce that words properly. Okay, so he learns that etymology means like, see, by means what? By means to. So for by, root word is to. So when we use by, so we understand that we are referring to binoculars. Okay, like biceps. Then bilingual means the person who can speak two languages. So by means two. So we come to know what is the root word of by? To. So like that, first try to understand, try to learn root word of that word, that is etymology. First he learned that thing, then he focused on phonetics, and then he started to read literature. And he used to stand front of the mirror and he used to practice that. Okay, because he was there, he was alone, he was away from his family, he was living hostel life, so nobody was there with him. And that's why when he wanted to do the practice, so that time he used to stand front of the mirror and he used to speak to himself only. And day by day he was improving his English. It took about 9 to 10 months, by which time I started feeling quite confident about speaking in English at length with anybody. My fear had vanished and I started feeling at home in my hostel. In my future career, out of 32 years in information technology field, I was chief executive or managing director or head of software company with thousands of software engineers worldwide. During that period, I had to give several presentations or negotiate many contracts with the CEOs, directors, VPs in the US. It is okay, US, UK and Australia. I was absolutely at ease at that time. It is okay due to the efforts at IIT that I could sign contracts worth millions of dollars worldwide and also run large global software companies. Okay, now in this paragraph he's talking about his business, about his work. So when he became chemical engineer, so that time he had to give lot of presentation. When he was CEO, when he was chief executive managing director, so that time he had to give lot of presentation in English language, and that time he was very comfortable with that. Why? Because whatever the efforts he could took in IIT, when he was there in IIT, it helped him in his life. So 9 to 10 months he took for speaking elegant English, and after that he got more confident and he felt that now I could speak English language fluently, and he started to do that. Afterwards, when he became chemical engineer, he worked 32 years in IT field, and when he was absolutely at ease, means very comfortable, when he used to give his presentation in English language. Okay, now he could sign contracts worth millions of dollars. He is earning in dollars nowadays worldwide, and also he is running large global software companies, because he is a person who is very brilliant in IT, in maths, in literature, in musicals. So he is all rounder. Only one weak point he had, and that was he was not able to speak English fluently, but he overcome with his problem and he achieved his goal. At IIT, I got fairly good marks in my first 2 years. However, a very important thing happened while I was in third year. I came in contact with about 15 to 20 extremely brilliant students, researcher professor from IIT, TIFR and BARC. They concluded top ranking student from IIT, visiting professors in American universities and very renowned mathematicians in the world, and so on. I was instantaneously attracted to these groups. This friendship had a lasting impact on my life. Until that time, I used to consider myself somewhat intelligent. So now here the writer he used to feel that he is a brilliant person, right? Because he was not, till that time he was not connected with this brilliant people. Now when he got good marks in first 2 years from his IIT, so that time he felt very proud. But when in third year he met with this extraordinary brilliant person from different field, like they were the researcher, students, professor from the different IIT school colleges, and from different fields. So that time they got good scores in IIT. They were the visiting professor from different countries. They used to come to India to give lecture, and because of this, what happened? He was instantaneously means very quickly attracted to this group. So he now got attracted towards this group, and he now he realized that I am not the person who is very brilliant. I am the person, and so many people are there in this world. Those people are very, very brilliant beyond our imagination. This friendship had lasting impact on my life. Until that time, I used to consider myself somewhat intelligent. However, after I met my friends in our group, I came to know what real brilliance meant, and I realized where I stood. So that time he understood where his position is. He is not that much brilliant, because in world, not only in India but in the world, so many brilliant people are there, and where he stood, he got his position when he met to these people. I was actually also very lucky that I came in contact with these great people on the global scale early in my life, and he was very happy that he met these people very early in his life when he was educating, when he was there in IIT. Later in my life, when Mr. Narayan Murthy left Patni to start Infosys, I started heading Patni's software division, occupying the same chair. Okay, now from this point we'll see in the next lecture. Till here today we are going to see. Okay, Here we are going to stop. If you have any query, any doubt, you can ask me. Till that time, have a nice day and thank you.